Did you know that 57% of Americans are magnesium deficient? That makes it one of the worst nutrient deficiencies, and it's even more common among older adults. Without magnesium, calcium ends up in places it shouldn't be, clogging arteries and causing heart attacks. So today, we're looking at the most urgent signs that your body needs more magnesium. You'll learn how to make sure you're getting enough, as well as how to optimize magnesium absorption, because intake doesn't always equal effective utilization. Plus, we'll cover important precautions about supplements. This can help everyone, but it's especially important for those with high blood pressure or other health conditions. First up, muscle cramps and spasms are the most noticeable sign. Cramping and twitching, especially in your legs, can indicate magnesium deficiency. This happens because magnesium helps muscles to relax. Calcium promotes muscle contraction and excitability in nerve cells, while magnesium balances this effect. So, if your magnesium levels are low, too much calcium enters nerve cells, causing overstimulation, and hey presto, your muscles twitch. Magnesium-related spasms can also happen in the abdomen, arms, and face, especially the eyelids. Sugary foods, alcohol, and too much caffeine are common triggers, as these all deplete magnesium levels. Next, low energy, persistent fatigue, or unexplained weakness can be due to insufficient magnesium absorption. Magnesium is responsible for over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. It's one of the most important minerals you need regularly. When you eat, your body breaks down food into glucose, and magnesium plays a crucial role in converting this glucose into usable energy at the cellular level. It drives the production of ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. ATP is your body's primary energy currency, carrying energy within cells. Without sufficient magnesium, this process grinds to a halt. Cells struggle to create enough ATP, leading to a noticeable drop in energy levels. Even worse, because your body can't convert blood sugar into energy, glucose builds up in the bloodstream, potentially triggering prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Now, most people experience a drop in ATP production with age, while certain medications and chronic conditions can further slow things down. But don't accept low energy as an inevitable part of aging. We've all seen those retirees who seem to defy age, scaling mountains or tackling physical hobbies. Chances are it's optimal magnesium absorption keeping their engines revved up and running smoothly. At number 5, we have heart palpitations. Magnesium helps regulate your heart's electrical system. It acts as a natural calcium blocker, preventing too much calcium from entering heart cells. This balance is essential because while calcium stimulates heart muscle contractions, magnesium helps the heart relax between beats. When you're low on magnesium, excess calcium can flood into your heart cells. This overload can cause your heart to contract too forcefully or at irregular intervals. You might feel this as fluttering, skipped beats, or a racing heart. Moreover, magnesium deficiency can affect the heart's potassium levels, further disturbing its electrical stability, causing arrhythmias and arterial fibrillation. A 2018 study found magnesium sulfate supplementation reduced the risk of abnormal heart rhythms by 68%. Patients receiving magnesium had fewer irregular heartbeats from both upper and lower heart chambers compared to those who didn't receive magnesium. That said, magnesium sulfate isn't necessarily the best option for everyone. More on that shortly. Next, mental health changes can be a surprising sign that your body needs more magnesium. This essential mineral plays a crucial role in regulating neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers in your brain. When you're low on magnesium, it can throw these messengers out of balance, affecting your mood and cognitive function. You might notice increased anxiety or feelings of restlessness. This happens because magnesium helps activate GABA receptors in your brain, which have a calming effect. Without enough magnesium, these receptors can't do their job properly. Magnesium is also involved in the production of serotonin, often called the feel-good hormone. Likewise, difficulty concentrating or memory problems can be a sign. Magnesium supports brain plasticity, which is crucial for learning and memory formation. A deficiency can make it harder for your brain to form new connections and retain information. Mental health is also impacted by our next sign: sleep problems. If you're tossing and turning at night, magnesium might be the missing piece of the puzzle. Magnesium helps to regulate your body's sleep-wake cycle, the circadian rhythm. Just like serotonin, your body struggles to produce melatonin if you don't have enough magnesium in your blood. Melatonin is the hormone that signals it's time to sleep. Likewise, a lack of magnesium can trigger restless leg syndrome, which can make nighttime extremely frustrating. For both of these reasons, many people take magnesium supplements at night. Or make sure to eat some of the magnesium-rich foods we'll discuss shortly. To further support your circadian rhythm, avoid screens an hour before bedtime, because blue light can interfere with melatonin release. Go to bed at the same time every night if you can, as this is going to stabilize your circadian rhythm. And of course, limit alcohol and caffeine late in the day, because they're going to deplete magnesium and disrupt sleep. Headaches and migraines are another symptom that can ruin life. Like the other symptoms we've discussed, this relates to magnesium's role in regulating neurotransmitters and blood flow in the brain. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels. If magnesium is low, blood vessels constrict more, potentially triggering migraines or tension headaches. Low magnesium can also lead to an imbalance in brain chemicals, increasing pain sensitivity. In a 2021 study on migraine prevention, 70 patients were tested with either magnesium oxide or sodium valproate, a common migraine medication. Over 24 weeks, magnesium oxide was found to be just as effective, but with fewer side effects. Next, if you're feeling blocked up, constipation may be a clear indicator your body is lacking magnesium. Magnesium relaxes muscles, right? And that includes the muscles in your digestive tract. Just like a cramp in your leg, intestines can become tense and contracted. Magnesium helps to relax those muscles, so waste moves more easily through your system. As an osmotic laxative, magnesium also attracts water into the intestines. The extra moisture softens the stool, facilitating easier passage. Speaking of laxative effect, if you ever struggle with constipation, there's a scientific reason why both kiwi and plums can help. Both contain magnesium and fiber. But more than that, kiwi contains a unique enzyme called actinidin, which improves digestion. Plums, on the other hand, contain sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol that has a mild laxative effect. Additionally, plums contain phenolic compounds, which further promote gut health. Before we get to boosting your magnesium, if you have osteoporosis, diabetes, or high blood pressure, you need to take particular care to get enough magnesium. About 60% of your body's magnesium is stored in your bones. Low magnesium levels can directly contribute to weakening bones. At the same time, osteoporosis itself can lead to further magnesium loss, creating a vicious cycle. As for insulin resistance, magnesium plays a vital role in glucose metabolism. When you're low on magnesium, your cells become less responsive to insulin, making it harder to regulate blood sugar levels. Conversely, insulin resistance can affect magnesium absorption, potentially worsening the deficiency. It's a complex interplay. Addressing magnesium levels may help improve insulin sensitivity, while better glucose control can help maintain adequate magnesium in your body. If you're taking medications, be aware that some diuretics, beta blockers, and cardiac glycosides may affect magnesium levels too. Meanwhile, some antibiotics interfere with the body's ability to use magnesium effectively. So if you're taking any of these, use as directed. Only use them as long as necessary, and talk to a trusted healthcare professional about whether you need to boost your magnesium intake. Before we get to optimizing your magnesium, are you finding this useful? If so, please click the like button, it really helps. Click subscribe and turn notifications on, if you haven't already, so that you see more videos as we release them. Okay, so the big question is, how to optimize your magnesium intake. Magnesium is abundant in most whole foods, while highly processed foods often contain phosphates that can bind to magnesium in your digestive tract, as well as other detrimental ingredients. By eating more whole foods, you'll naturally boost your magnesium levels. That said, some of the richest magnesium sources include dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and collard greens, nuts and seeds, especially almonds, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds, legumes, fish, avocados, and bananas. To maximize absorption, pair these with fermented foods like sauerkraut, tempeh, natto, or kombucha. The probiotics in fermented foods enhance magnesium absorption in your gut. If you take calcium supplements, space them out from your magnesium-rich meals. Calcium and magnesium compete for absorption, so taking them together reduces the amount of magnesium your body actually absorbs. Take calcium at least 2 hours before or after. As a side note, if you're prescribed calcium, make sure you get plenty of vitamin D and vitamin K2 as well. Watch our other videos for more on that. And we've got bad news. It's best to avoid sugary desserts after your magnesium-rich meals. Sugar increases magnesium excretion, negating the benefits. Instead, opt for a piece of low-sugar dark chocolate. It contains magnesium itself, and its lower sugar content won't interfere with absorption as much as other sweet treats. Caffeine in tea and coffee also increases magnesium excretion. You don't need to cut them out completely, but right after lunch isn't ideal. Likewise, alcohol interferes with magnesium absorption and increases its excretion. If you drink, do so in moderation and be aware that you may need to compensate with extra magnesium-rich foods throughout the day. Next, you may be surprised to hear that stress plays a major role. When you're stressed, your body releases more cortisol, which can lower magnesium. In turn, lower magnesium makes you more susceptible to stress, creating a vicious cycle. So what can you do? Often, the first place to start is getting good sleep, good food, and addressing specific things that cause stress. Beyond that, techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or journaling can help, or even making time for hobbies and social connections. Likewise, exercise is a big factor. Exercise is vital for the entire body and mind, but more than that, it enhances nutrient absorption, as well as ATP production. 3 ticks for exercise. And finally, we have magnesium supplementation. While optimizing your diet should always be the first step, certain magnesium supplements are well tolerated by most people. You might recall our earlier discussion on magnesium sulfate in the heart study. While effective, it's not typically used as a first choice. Magnesium citrate is another option, but be aware, it can have a serious laxative effect. Magnesium L-threonate can suit some people, but it's generally more expensive. Instead, magnesium glycinate is often the go-to. It's gentle on the stomach and absorbs well, making it less likely to cause the digestive issues some people experience with other forms. Next, you might like to watch our video on 9 of the best superfoods to increase blood flow and circulation. These get the whole body working optimally. We'll leave a link to that in the description box, or click the image on screen. Remember to click like and subscribe.